Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I am possible. Audrey Hepburn. Sometimes we can be our own worst enemies as people. I've always struggled with confidence. When I had a goal or wanted to start anything new, I constantly doubted myself and was pessimistic about it. The internships have helped me realize the importance of confidence. Because I'm aware that our actions will always contribute to our personal growth, the quotation above is incredibly motivational to me. Because fear comes naturally when we are presented with anything. We frequently let it make our decisions for us. We will still have something to carry with us whether we succeed or fail at something. So always remember to take the risk and accomplish something even if you're afraid to. An impossibility is a falsehood we make up to make ourselves feel better. We create our impossibilities naturally. Audrey Hepburn stated it best. The term itself declares that I'm possible, hence nothing is impossible. Just consider how long ago people believed that only birds could fly. Today, everyone is aware of how to get to space. Wireless communication was never anticipated as a possibility. You're presumably watching this on a smartphone right now, though. Every technical development was once seen as an unattainable thing when I look back. However, in my opinion, impossibility only exists if we let it. Certain things like mortality are undeniably restrictions. In fact, we have a limited amount of time in this world to do everything we want. And if you ask me, that is all the more reason to resist being constrained by boundaries you have set for yourself. We set our own restrictions. Often we make the impossibilities we see around us. By underestimating our abilities, both physical and mental, we develop a unique prison from which we are unable to escape. Or perhaps it would be better to say, from which we do not want to run away. We are nonetheless constrained by the ways in which we think, even though we are the dominant species on this globe. We don't think we are powerful enough to make the world a better place. However, the truth is that every one of us has the power to significantly improve reality, but only if we choose to. I stand by the statement that even if it sounds cliché, we can change the world altogether. I want to have a positive influence on other people's lives as well as the state of the world through my foundation and my passion in entrepreneurship. And I think that most people do want this, or at least did want it. When we are young, the possibilities and our capacity for creativity are genuinely infinite. Life is not currently a terrifying prison for us. We are well aware of what we are capable of and what our imaginations are capable of. True, we are unaware of the difficulties that lie ahead of us on the road to success, and the sacrifices we would need to make. But deep down, we all know that everything is possible if we put our minds to it. Life then continues. Then, where do those aspirations go? When we believed we could rule the globe, we might have been naive and young. But as we age, we deteriorate into worse traits like complacency, exhaustion, boredom, and indifference. In the end, we stop believing in a brighter future and settle for the unremarkable life the world offers us. We only accomplish what is simple and within our power, and in doing so, we restrict the change we previously wished to effect in the world. Actual failure looks just like this. You will only be able to live a limited existence if you limit your experiences, successes, and achievements. A life that is leading nowhere is like living in a prison cell. Do you want it then? I'm sure not. But now that you've concluded I'm correct and you have truly been limiting yourself, what is the solution? Wait a little while and finish the rest of this before setting your sights on that. Success is a process, not a goal. There is something you need to know from the beginning if you're looking for endless existence. Although there are no limits to your ability to succeed, there are limits to how much you can complete in a given period of time. Rome, after all, wasn't constructed overnight. Your body and mind are biological machineries that have capacities that are determined by the time of day, week, or year. Furthermore, change is never a fun process, no matter how small the change may be. Your reality changes little by little with each adjustment you make in your life. Additionally, this process needs time to complete itself. While some changes are straightforward to execute, others take a lot of time and work. These latter ones I've discovered are the most significant and have a lasting effect. Keep in mind that pursuing your ambitions entails sacrifice, and it will take time for them to materialize. Every goal needs to be accomplished in a certain number of minimum stages, yet as humans, our time and energy are finite. So, my advice is not to worry about the time, effort, and energy needed to succeed. Simply put in your effort and take pleasure in the procedure. If you maintain the proper level of focus, willpower, and determination, you'll discover that life is working in your favor. The secret to success is focus. You must have realized after reading the foregoing that success necessitates an unbroken focus. Some tasks demand greater concentration than others, while others don't. However, as you're already aware, it is these difficult activities that result in the highest profits. When someone doesn't know what they're doing or what it takes, they may nonetheless succeed. When they aren't concentrated enough to look for opportunities, they fail because they are unable to see them. But we also need to be adaptable enough to see opportunities and adjust our plans for the future accordingly. Most frequently, this occurs when our attention itself is urging us to find a different route to our objectives. People frequently complain that their lives are not successful enough, as I've seen. They believe that without success, they cannot transform their life. Unfortunately, these individuals are actually using the opposite end of the binoculars. When we succeed, life doesn't necessarily alter. Instead, you must alter your life and your style of living if you want to be successful. You won't be able to concentrate on the tasks that lead to success until after that. One thing to keep in mind on the path to success is that nothing beats hard effort. Not everyone is brilliant at birth. Some of us process information more quickly than others. At the end of the day, being smart requires effort and earning. Else, it is merely regarded as a desire. It's never enjoyable unless you're accustomed to working hard. You'll lose out on certain common life experiences. But it's worth it in the long run. Do it correctly. Live the kind of life that everybody desires, but that is too few are willing to pursue. Support is not required. Last but not least, on the path to success, do not count on other people's assistance. Possibly someone will assist you, the majority won't. Even more, will make an effort to discourage you. They'll give you justifications for not going down the less traveled path, for not bothering, and for why it's not worthwhile. Simply put, these are individuals that do not have faith in you. Keep away from these people's negative energy because they'll try to drag you down into undesirable existence and keep you there. They only attempt to present you with impossibilities because they're afraid to follow in your footsteps. They're correct in claiming that success is impossible, but only for them. So, ignore what the outside world says and close your eyes. If you stay on your course, eventually the world will start to take notice of your achievements. Just keep in mind that the planet has to awaken once the sun shines. Your life is a blank canvas after all. Make your masterpiece with it, then let the rest of the world be in awe of its beauty. This was all for today.